Good evening, fight fans. Tonight, we come to you live from the International Center here in Mississauga, Ontario, as Canada's top proving ground once again brings you a night of fights you won't forget. Welcome to Unified 48. Our first fight this evening, scheduled 3 rounds, be a catchweight fight at 141 pounds. Introducing first to my right, the man fighting out of the blue corner. Standing 5 foot 9 inches tall, his official weight 140.4 pounds. His record, 2 wins, 1 loss, representing Dragon's Den Pangalaban in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Please welcome Kristian Bouchard. His opponent across the cage, this man fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 foot 11 inches tall, his official weight 142 pounds even. His record, no wins, 2 losses, representing Aegis MMA in Markham, Ontario. Please welcome clean Amin Almelik. When the cage door closes, your referee in charge is Matthew Rocco.
Rocco, the third man inside of the cage for this catchweight contest. Almelik in the red, Bouchard and the blue. 3 5-minute rounds here at Unified MMA 48. Everybody just has to be aware of what round it is. Now we see round 1. First round.
Yeah.
Okay.
That helped me a lot.
I was a little bit confused myself. And these are things that are valuable for fighters because, you know, you're supposed to start at a certain time. And then there's some delays. And these are all important factors that you can carry with you throughout your mixed martial arts career because things don't always go according to plan.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Amin starting in the open stance here, standing southpaw, Kristian orthodox.
Malik scoring with the hands, a combination, trying to control the center of the cage. Bouchard with a kick to the body.
These guys not taking too long to get to know each other before throwing.
This is right where Almelik wants the fight to be, right?
Absolutely.
And he just wants to throw hands. You see, that's the goal. Mixed martial arts boxing.
Yeah.
All set up with that jab.
So one thing to notice when watching people fight in an open stance is battling for outside foot position. And you can see these 2 guys jockeying for outside foot position. And what I mean by that is their lead foot being outside of their opponent's lead foot. This allows one person to have all their attacks lined up with their opponent and negate the other opponent's attacks.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice knee to the midsection. Bouchard.
Nice body lock. Amin's got his hands connected here. Look for him to start bringing his right hip forward. Create, oh, nice knee. Create some sort of an off balance.
He abandons that position, disengages.
Just as Aaron said, he's comfortable on the outside, so why not keep it there? Oh, nice head kick. Oh, beautiful knee. Beautiful elbow.
Very aggressive attack, and you have to admire the patience of Almelik. Instead of just going after the kill, he just wants to take his time, slowly chip away until the opportunity presents itself to finish the fight, if that materializes.
No need to rush, and he's getting into his optimal range. I think that's where he wants this fight to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Mike, you know, as a martial artist, as a mixed martial artist, you're constantly putting new tools in your toolbox, and I'm sure as an athlete you want to try to utilize those tools, even though you know that there might be a faster path to victory.
Yeah, you know, Amin's strength is typically Muay Thai kickboxing. Like Aaron said, he's got about 70 or 80 amateur Muay Thai fights, a big amateur record. But, you know, he's been working a lot on that grappling, and look at him here displaying that. He's outstriking Kristian so far, in my opinion, and now on top, controlling the grappling.
Bouchard now employing the closed guard strategy. Is he hoping for a stand-up? Will he open the legs and try to look to sweep or attack?
So one thing, just like the working on the new skill, so he wants to demonstrate it, part of me thinks, you know, Amin's got an 0-2 start to his career, but he's got a big tool, a big toolkit that he's got. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability to fight, and I think he's got a little chip on his shoulder that he hasn't gotten that first pro win yet. And I think he's in here to prove, like, I can outstrike this guy. He's not going to out-grapple me. I don't have a big hole in my game. I'm here to prove to everyone that I am considerably better than this guy. It's a fluke that I'm 0-2. I'm meant to be winning right now.
And you look at his previous fight, Kristian's, against Tishay Guthrow. This is exactly how Tishay was able to neutralize Kristian and win that fight. Tishay, a teammate of Amin Almelik, and somebody who I'm sure he's been picking his brain throughout this camp.
Absolutely.
Right now, it's Almelik in full control. In the now open, now close, full guard of Bouchard, who really doesn't have any answers, just playing the defensive game.
So far, an excellent round from Amin. I feel like he was winning the striking. He's been landing some nice elbows on top. He showed a nice Muay Thai clinch game up against the fence, landed some nice knees and elbows. Negated that hip bump sweep there. You hear the corner of Amin yelling for posture as Kristian looks to trap an arm and start preparing for a triangle, but there's not a lot of threats other than the odd submission from Kristian here. He's not threatening standing up. He's not really threatening sweeps other than that one hip bump. I don't think you're going to have a lot of success just throwing up random submissions against a guy who's been working on the grappling so aggressively.
And you would imagine if you're Almelik and you manage to get through this round, it's like, okay, I can do this again for 2 rounds. And if I do this again for 2 rounds, I get my first victory as a pro.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully that's not getting to him too much, but he looks confident out there. He looks calm. He looks like he's in control. He's in the driver's seat out there.
This is the best way to use grappling control because Almelik dominated the first part of this round on the feet. He has it right now on the judges' scorecards, and then you take the guy down, you control him. You don't have to exert quite as much energy as you would on the feet. Seals up the round, and he'll be entering the second frame with a 1-0 lead.
Absolutely.
Both fighters break, go back to their respective corners.
I don't even think the judges from last weekend could have called that in the wrong direction.
Oh, the judges in mixed martial arts continue to be a thorn in the side of many.
That's a hot button issue, but a lot of people aren't as familiar with the scoring criteria as I think they should be in mixed martial arts. It's a very, very important
you have
thing.
a background in scoring. You've learned from the best, so to speak. And what should fans that are watching at home that may not be so familiar with the intricacies of scoring, what should they be looking for when they're watching a mixed martial arts bout?
Well, one thing you have to look out for is if you look at the latter half of that round with Amin Almelik on top, if that was the whole round, what the judges are scoring is the striking that's going on during those exchanges. And that's why I said it was great for him to utilize that grappling and control after he had already scored those points early on in the round, because that's the best way to use it. If you want to seal up the round, if you know you're ahead on the scorecards, take the guy down, control him, round's yours.
Absolutely.
2 fighters touch gloves once again, and they are back at it. Bouchard clearly does not want to be on his back once again. But Almelik, you see nice, tight striking.
He's just throwing some traffic up the middle, keeping Kristian away. Very nice. Oh, nice return on that body kick.
And it's interesting because when I spoke to Bouchard earlier this week, he was confident that his grappling game is what was going to give problems to Almelik. He hasn't even taken a shot.
You would have to imagine, though, at some point, if you're losing in the striking exchanges, that you're going to have to do that.
Oh, there you go. Good call. Looks to sit out.
But timing is key, as we've been told many times.
Nice.
Don't force the takedown. Let it occur organically.
Yeah, well, I do think Amin is winning on the feet. Kristian is doing a good job of moving his feet. He's not being a stationary target, so he is forcing Amin to have to set him up rather than just, standing in front and waiting for shots to come to him. And he's throwing a lot of his own, right? Oh, that was a brutal knee.
And very aggressive as Almelik forces the match to the ground once again. Which I'm surprised, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. I didn't think he was going to be taking this fight to the ground. He's got such an advantage on the feet. But like I said, he's ahead in the striking right now. If you can neutralize him for the rest of the round, you stay busy on top, He's up 2-0, goes into the third round.
The argument with that, and it's one of the things that I've learned, is one of the reasons why I fell in love with mixed martial arts, is that it's not about being conservative. It's going after the victory, trying to finish your opponent. And it felt like Almelik had a distinct advantage in the striking department, that if he continues to play his game, that eventually that finish will happen.
Absolutely. If he stood up, I think he can land another body kick.
Exactly.
Another knee up the middle and probably put him away. But he's 0-2, Professor.
Yeah,
right?
I get it.
He must be prioritizing the win.
I get it.
Yeah, I think at this point he's like, look, I want the stoppage. I want an excellent performance, but I need a win. I have to win if I'm going to continue right now. And he's playing this fight perfectly if he wants to get a win. This is tried and true formula.
When you step inside of the cage, Mike, are you just content with a victory? Or?
So going into fights, I do think, okay, we're prepared for 15. Oh, very nice sweep here. Okay. So we've got Amin on bottom scrambling. And look at that. He doesn't stay on bottom at all. He's right back up.
Love it.
And he scrambles on top. He's got to be aware of this guillotine, though. And he's kipping out. His hips are free from the guillotine. Does he have any knee shields in to defend? Okay, there's some danger here.
Yes, there is. Almelik just trying to stay calm, moving from hip to hip.
Attaboy. Okay.
He's loosening it here.
Yeah, okay, now he's back up. Great job keeping motion going, not staying in that guard, not waiting for the choke to set to get set on. And again with that knee to the body.
Right up the middle, just devastating.
He's looking great on the outside. He's looking great on top, but I really think he's shining in the clinch.
Yes.
Those knees and elbows inside are
just
nasty.
the most destructive when he gets in tight.
Absolutely. Exactly what you're saying. Like, the closest to finishing the fight is oh,
like that.
That. Beautiful.
And this.
There's that.
And you see the body language on Bouchard react.
Yeah. But to Bouchard's credit, he's not going anywhere.
No, of course.
And that's a teachable moment for Amin, because right now he's in side control. If he gets back into Bouchard's guard, he knows what Bouchard is capable of after that sweep.
Bouchard giving up his back. Almelik, can he take advantage of this? Batter the cranium, perhaps?
There we go. Okay. Kristian back to his back, accepting close guard. Looks like he's looking to mitigate damage more than look to get back to his feet to try and win the round at this point.
With 30 seconds left, he has time to work, but are you surprised that he's not trying to just get up here?
Kristian, yeah. I'm surprised he's not working to get back to his feet. Like, you know, you're not eating as big of shots, but you're definitely not winning a fight by punching the ribs off your back here, right? Like, we've got to work to stand back up. If nothing else, it makes Amin work. Oh, and there he goes with that push off the cage again. It worked to get back on top, and Amin's not satisfied with being on bottom. Watching out for that guillotine again.
The second sweep of Bouchard in the round as it comes to an end. Both fighters again going back to their corners.
Kristian bridged off that cage nicely to help facilitate that sweep. That was a nice choice. You know, maybe if he had just pushed off the ground, there wouldn't have been enough leverage, but he wall walked his feet and then bridged. That was a really smart choice.
And we look back at some of the action from round two.
Oh, nice.
What impressed you here, Mike?
I think the clinch from Amin, the knees, the elbows, the clinch on the inside against the fence. I think that was the most, like you said, the most devastating attacks from Amin. And from Kristian, you know, he's down a round and a half, and he's still bridging and looking to get a sweep, and gets on top and drops back for a tight guillotine that, you know, could have won him the fight. So he's still in this fight. That's impressive to me.
Third and final round about to get underway. And our first bout of the night here at Unified MMA 48, making history. 3 events in the span of 2 weeks. Unified 47, 48, and 49, finishing the year strong. They touch him up one last time.
Mike, if you're Coach Alex Ferrer in the corner of Kristian Bouchard, what are you telling him? He's down 2 rounds. What's your message to him?
Well, it seemed like their game plan was to get on top. So if I'm the coach, I'm saying we got to walk this guy to the fence, and we've got to start looking for takedowns, because we've only really seen one takedown attempt from him, and wasn't super well set up. He kind of shot from the outside, and it looks like he's gotten discouraged since then.
I mean, Ramdeen was able to telegraph the takedown from the booth, so I imagine Amin was able to telegraph.
Oh. That was a nice walking through left hand from Kristian. He kind of walked through to southpaw and ripped a left hand. Amin was able to evade. Oh, nice catch on that kick.
What I like about Almelik is his ability to draw out the strikes from Bouchard to be able to counter.
Yeah. He's got that nice pull left cross, countering with his rear leg. Kristian's doing a good job of making it messy, though. You know, he might not be as clean a striker as Amin, but he's hanging in there by moving his feet and switching up the combos. There he goes, throws a left hook and a left kick at the same time. It's kind of chaotic, but...
And I've often been told that's the way you beat a skilled striker, is by making it dirty. Brawl with them, because you're not necessarily doing the proper things, and that can throw a fighter that has gone into the technical proficiencies of striking, and they're not seeing it in battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Be physical with a technician and be technical with a not a physician, physical.
I guess you could be physical with a physician.
Oh, nice catch again.
That elbow narrowly missed.
Look at the welts on the back of Kristian here. He's trying again. You know, see, he's still in this fight. He's still shooting. He's still looking to win. Oh, wow. Right on his head. He's got to give a lot of confidence to Amin after going 0-2 in his first 2 fights to come out here and really put on, you know, kind of a clinic here.
And what's great about Almelik is that we're seeing that he's not just giving up positions. He's fighting every time there's a positional change. He does his best to do whatever he can to try to prevent that.
Absolutely.
I spoke to Tishay, who was the previous opponent of Kristian Bouchard, and also a teammate of Amin's, and he said he thought Amin was going to be able to handle Kristian. He felt that Kristian was going to have his hands full with Amin, and it's looked that way so far.
Time is ticking away for Kristian Bouchard. He has got to do something of importance if he is going to leave the cage with a victory. You would have to imagine that everybody watching believes that he is down 2 rounds.
Right, he's going to need a stoppage at this point. There's no other way around it. Even a dominant round's not going to win him this fight. I mean, we're 3 minutes into the round, so unless he gets up and drops Amin 7 times in the next 2 minutes, he's not getting a 10-8.
And I mean, we saw him. We saw a couple of sweep attempts. That's what we need to see. And here he's trying, possibly targeting that Kimura sweep perhaps.
Amin's doing a good job of keeping a lot of weight on him. He's and now he's lowered Kristian's head toward the mat, which just makes this submission that much more low percentage.
And this is kind of perfect for Almelik because time is just ticking away.
Yeah.
And if you'd seen Amin's previous performances, you'd have to be impressed with what he's doing on the ground here. I think he's going to come away from this fight really happy with how he's been able to implement this kind of a game plan.
Yeah, I know he wanted the stoppage. He was messaging me this week saying, you're going to interview me in the cage after my knockout win, and I love the spirit. But you know what? He's just got to be happy to get this win and get on the right side of a fight.
I would imagine you'd just take a lot of positives. One of those being you got to spend 15 minutes in there, which as a mixed martial arts professional is invaluable because the fights can't always be over in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, he had another fight booked after his first 2 pro fights. He had a 3rd fight booked at BTC in Ontario, and unfortunately got in a car accident that day and hit his head on the steering wheel and got stitches in his forehead, so he wasn't able to fight. So had to be pulled from that. So, you know, it's been a long road for him to get this first win that I'd imagine he's about to pull off.
And conversely, if you're Bouchard, there's lots of lessons that you've learned as well.
You're going to rest proud knowing you fought the entire 15 minutes.
Yep.
You didn't take the easy way out. You know, this is discouraging. You know, you're battling hard. You finally get back up to your feet and you get taken down again by a guy that you thought you were going to out-grapple, right? It's got to be difficult. But he's here still fighting. He's elbowing off his back. He's trying to stand up. He's trying to sweep.
And that is it. 15 minutes has elapsed. Both these 2 fighters tired. But we are pretty confident Amin Almelik will have his hand raised in victory.
Oh yeah, he's got to feel good about that one. Looks tired, dug deep, fought hard for 15 minutes. You should be proud of that.
And you can tell Lyndon Whitlock's very pleased with his pupil here.
Yeah.
Congratulate him right away.
Oh, nice takedown there. We look at the replay here. Yeah, see a lot of changed up attacks from Kristian. Amin doing some of his best work here in the clinch with knees and elbows. Oh, and Amin turns that around, ends up on top after being pressed against the cage.
And you know, the good thing about this for Amin, of course, other than getting his first professional win, is he missed weight and he didn't get the finish. So he has two things that he can improve upon for his next fight. Those kind of goals are what keep the improvement mindset going as you progress in your mixed martial arts career.
And there he is, smiling.
And you know what, that's, when it comes to missing weight, obviously it's one of the things that people that watch mixed martial arts, they aren't a big fan of, but you can easily sway the audience that's watching if you come out and you have a dominant performance and you can get the finished victory. It didn't materialize tonight for Almelik, but just getting the victory, getting that first professional win, I mean, he must feel absolutely amazing. He looks exhausted.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a short notice fight for him, I believe. I think he took it last week, so he's got to be happy with that. Goes 15 minutes after taking a fight on a week's notice. Like you said, there's the weight miss, but you know we'll forgive him on this one.
All right, we'll send it up to ring announcer Don Andrews for the official decision.
Fight fans, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. Judge Doyle scores at 29-28. Judge Costello scores at 29-28. And Judge Vandermeer scores the fight 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Amin Almelik.
Wow.
I didn't see a round there for Bouchard at all.
I mean,